Hello, today I am here modeling sentences that use conjunctions. So I am representing a conjunction with this green slime block because the slime in Minecraft is something that you can use to stick things together. So the zombie and the skeleton are friends. I need a verb here. I'm going to use are, which is a linking verb. They are friends. So what is this sentence? What makes up this sentence here? We have a little pair of things. I'm going to mark them off with yellow on top. Those two things belong together. The modifies zombie. And we have another adjective over here, the skeleton. Those two things belong together. And these two little sets are being joined together by and. They are nouns with their related adjectives or articles, because the is a special type of adjective called an article. So they are being joined together, and then they are being linked with a linking verb to the word friends. So if we thought of a connection, we are saying that the zombie and the skeleton, what are they? They are friends. There's an equation here. Zombie and skeleton equal friends. Okay, so the zombie and the skeleton are both part of the subject of the sentence. This is a compound subject, and we're going to talk more about subjects and predicates in a later video, but for right now, you just need to know that they together are doing this action or being linked with friends. Okay, let's look at another example. Okay, we will leave the zombie there. We will put a linking verb here. The zombie is, and now we're going to put green and scary. Okay. Again, there are two things being joined together by the conjunction and. Green, an adjective, is being joined with scary, also an adjective. The zombie is green and scary. And these two things are being joined together, linked by the linking verb is with the zombie. The zombie is what? He is green and scary. That is the subject, the zombie, and what we call the subject complement, green and scary. Now, let's try something different. The zombie runs and jumps. Okay, the zombie runs and jumps. Again, I am linking, or sorry, not linking, I'm joining with that conjunction two things. What type of things am I joining together? I am joining two verbs. I'm using stones to represent them because that's what I use for verbs. I'm joining two stones together. The zombie runs and jumps. So before, when we had the zombie and the skeleton, we had a compound subject, two things doing one action. Now we have a compound predicate, two actions being now we have a compound predicate, two actions being done by one subject. The zombie runs and jumps. Okay. Let's try this one more time. We will say the zombie runs and Steve. Remember, Steve is a proper noun. It's capitalized. The zombie runs and Steve hides. Okay. So now we have the zombie runs and Steve hides. What is the conjunction joining? Any idea? The conjunction is not joining two verbs. It's not joining two nouns. It is joining two clauses. And I am going to represent clauses for the moment with sponges. This is one clause. This is another clause. Each clause has a subject. In the first one, the subject is the zombie. In the second one, the subject is Steve. And each clause has a predicate, something that is being done or said about the subject. So the zombie runs and Steve hides. Now, I've been using the conjunction and. There's other conjunctions. We can go but. The zombie runs, but Steve hides. We can say the zombie runs or trips. Or is another conjunction. There are a number of different conjunctions, and some of them can join two different things, two different nouns, or two different verbs, or two different adjectives. Some of them can join different clauses. For example, because. The zombie runs because, say, Steve holds a sword. Okay. The zombie runs because Steve holds a sword. In this case, we have two clauses. We've got the zombie runs, that's clause number 1, and then we have Steve holds a sword, clause number 2. And they're joined by because. One of these causes the other one to happen. And in that second clause, Steve holds a sword, you can see we have two nouns. Steve is a proper noun, a name, and the sword. And so Steve is the subject. He is holding the sword. And the sword is the object being held. So we are joining two clauses with a conjunction. And that's all for this video. Talk to you another time. Bye.